Hal Leiser is live in Vegas right now. And Hal, when is he expected to land?
Well, he left Washington, D.C. At about 8 o'clock this morning, and I think we have some video of that. And he's expected to be here at 9:30 local time, so that was 8 a.m. Eastern time, 9:30 here in the West. He has a couple of big items on his agenda. One is to go to one of the area hospitals. We're not sure exactly which one yet, but one of the area hospitals, visit with the victims that are there, the families, and also the medical teams. He's also expected to spend some time talking with first responders at another location, and also what he calls citizen heroes, people who went out of their way to do good things, and we've talked about that the entire time we've been here. So we know those are the things that he's expected to do today. We know that he's expected back in Washington, D.C. at 5:30 this afternoon. Much of what he's doing is being handled by pool video. That basically means there's one camera there and everybody shares whatever the video happens to be. We don't know if we'll have any access to him at all, get to ask him any questions. But bottom line is he's coming here. We've talked to some people this week about their feelings about the president coming to Las Vegas. Talked to particularly victims. In one case, a widow now, her husband shot in the chest. She said he was in the military. She supports guns. That's part of the conversation in all of this. And she doesn't think that's an issue. He shouldn't deal with that sort of thing. It really is the person that pulls the trigger that they have to deal with. And then also another person we spoke with who said that they're going to tell him that they're just glad he's coming to Las Vegas. And so this morning, he's expected to arrive at McCarran Airport at 9:30 this morning and spend quite a few hours here talking with, again, victims, families, medical teams, citizen heroes, and also first responders. Steve, back to you.
Well, of course, we get into the situation where people say this is not the time to talk about the gun issue, and on the other side, people say this is the very time to talk about the issue. Hal, I want to ask you, I've known you all your professional life, and I've known you've gone to many things, many places, been involved in many things. Your own personal response to Vegas at this point?
I'm sorry, one more time in the last few words.
Your own personal response to what you see, what you feel, what's going on here.
Okay. I've been to an awful lot of tragedies. I think this may be certainly among the very, very worst. I think I've hugged more people I never knew before. I think that I've nearly cried with more people I've ever cried with before. The stories are heartbreaking. I can't remember the last time I talked to one victim after another victim, after one widow, after another widow, or after just one, and they're all horrific. They're all horrific. The story of Dixie Roybal, her husband, a Navy veteran, always came back from Afghanistan, went to see this concert. His mother bought him a birthday ticket. He was going to be 29, bought him a birthday ticket to go to that concert. He got shot in the chest. She's here now. She'll be taking him back for burial in Corona. Stories like that just tear you apart. And although we try to distance ourselves so that we can be objective in stories and we can be honest and keep it honest as we're trying to tell you what we know, I would be dishonest if I didn't tell you that it does affect us here. It does affect me. And on a personal level, sometimes I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I will never forget this week here in Las Vegas. It has been tough. It has been difficult asking questions. I'm going to tell you, there's nothing easy about asking a question of a widow or a newly made widower. I guess the bottom line is this has been a very challenging week for myself, my photographer, Kevin Scaler, all of us that have dealt with this from Fox 11 here in Las Vegas. It has been the week to remember, I think.
Yeah, as a reflection of your empathy for everything else that's going on. All right, Hal, thank you for that.
Thanks,
We appreciate that.